Miraculous Ladybug fans were curious when a film franchise based on the series was announced, and some began to question the concept when they learned that the first film, referred to as Ladybug and Cat Noir the movie, would follow a retelling of the heroes' origin stories and their ongoing fight against Hawk Moth. Fortunately, the film was a massive success with fantastic writing, stunning animation, and breathtaking musical numbers. The film also manages to complete the entire arc of Ladybug and Cat Noir, following them from before they receive their Miraculouses to their defeat of Hawk Moth and their identity reveals to one another. With so much ground covered over one film, there's no telling what direction the sequel could go. However, a recent promotional photo showcasing a new wielder of the Cat Miraculous may indicate that Marinette and Adrien will no longer be the heroes protecting Paris. In today's video, we'll discuss why Marinette could abandon the Ladybug Miraculous and her career as Ladybug.
You call that a kick? Oh, what a cute kitten.
Number 1. Hawk Moth's defeat. Story deviations and changes would always occur between the original series and the films. Ladybug and Cat Noir the movie became a passion project for Jeremy Zag, who planned to take the beloved characters in a new direction, placing a stronger emphasis on who they were as people, their struggles, how lonely they felt, and what receiving a Miraculous did for them, as well as the rest of Paris. As superheroes, Marinette and Adrien came out of their shells and bloomed, exploring new sides to themselves that they never knew existed. Due to the shorter runtime, the film couldn't dedicate 20 minutes per villain to show how much Ladybug and Cat Noir evolved throughout the months, eventually becoming adored by the people of Paris. However, the montage in the middle of the film paints a clear picture as the duo defeats countless villains, has merchandise designed after them, receives articles in the newspaper, and directly engages with the public. By the time they face Hawk Moth, they're competent and dedicated heroes, with the only hitch in their efficiency being their romantic emotions and the heartbreaking rejections they expose one another to. Fortunately, they come to one another's aid when it counts and do all they can to stand against Hawk Moth, although his power greatly outmatches their own. Gabriel ultimately chooses to stand down when he learns that Cat Noir is his son, expressing extreme remorse for hurting his child and going to extreme lengths that nearly destroyed Paris in the process. Since Gabriel appears to have given up willingly, the Butterfly Miraculous was likely returned to Master Fu, meaning Ladybug and Cat Noir no longer have a threat to defend against. During an era of peace, Marinette could renounce her Miraculous for a future wielder to use when the time is right.
Adrien?
Number 2. Anxiety attacks. While not a character flaw, something that the series' version of Marinette struggles with consistently is low self-worth and bouts of anxiety. There are also a handful of episodes in the later seasons when she experiences panic attacks, requiring her to depend on Tiki or Adrien to help calm her down, otherwise she would become akumatized. Marinette's mental health declined due to experiencing years of relentless bullying from Chloe, including traumatic pranks that completely altered Marinette's worldview. At the beginning of the film, the audience witnesses a similar phenomenon. Marinette is weary about going to school due to past experiences. She immediately enrages Chloe when she arrives because she accidentally causes her classmate to spill coffee on her sweater. While Aya steps in to smooth over the conflict, Chloe holds a grudge and hunts Marinette down after school, causing Marinette to flee in fear. She ultimately finds Fu's shop and meets Tiki. Naturally, Marinette refuses to use the Ladybug Miraculous, believing she can't become the hero Paris needs. Tiki ultimately forces the matter, and Marinette defeats her first akumatized villain, but that's not enough to ease her self-doubt. Marinette doesn't learn to embrace her role as Ladybug until halfway through the film when 2 akumatized villains attack the local fair, putting innocent civilians at risk. After stopping the villains, Marinette finally commits to her new responsibilities and works alongside Cat Noir to protect their home. Still, her newfound confidence doesn't mean that her former fears and doubts have disappeared. Marinette does find the courage to stand up to Chloe eventually, but there's always room for a more vicious and manipulative villain, like Lila Rossi, to debut in the sequel. Her influence and schemes could put Marinette in a bad place, allowing her former anxiety and low self-esteem to resurface. If Marinette doubts her capabilities as Ladybug, she may ask Master Fu to select a new wielder.
Why don't I walk you home? Scutter up. Sorry. Friends don't run from friends who hate them!
Number 3. The Miracle Box. One of the most influential and life-altering events in Miraculous Ladybug is when Master Fu relinquishes his role as guardian of the Chinese Miracle Box, preventing Hawk Moth and Mayora from stealing it from him. He changes the guardianship to Ladybug, who he had spent countless weeks teaching about the Miraculouses and their powers so she could become his successor. While the change in guardianship came sooner than either of them expected, Marinette expected the role and spent the 4th season adapting to such a significant and daunting responsibility. Unfortunately, Master Fu couldn't guide her through the transitional period, as releasing the Miracle Box causes a guardian to lose their memories. The amnesia safeguards the Miraculouses and their wielders, so previous guardians can't give information to their enemies. While the films are their own story and have no connection to the original series, they do take inspiration from the source material. It's possible they may follow the same narrative beat throughout the next film, with Marinette taking advantage of the peaceful time after Hawk Moth's defeat to learn more about the Miraculouses from Master Fu. Meanwhile, Master Fu may become the victim of a new antagonist, an illness, or his past catching up with him. Regardless of how, he could transfer the guardianship of the Miracle Box to Marinette early on, allowing her and Adrien to watch over the Miraculouses and their Kwamis. Marinette may find that guarding the Miracle Box and patrolling as Ladybug becomes straining on her personal life and may opt to find a new wielder for her Miraculous. Adrien could also relinquish the Cat Miraculous in solidarity, preferring to spend more time with his girlfriend. However, it's also possible that a new and imposing threat will get the better of Ladybug, forcing Marinette to give up guardianship of the Miracle Box as Master Fu had done. However, if the rules stay the same in the film adaptations, she'll receive amnesia, remembering nothing about Ladybug or how she once protected Paris.
The Miraculous, hiding extraordinary powers over the centuries.
Number 4. Tiki's Choice. In the series, there are a plethora of rules about the Kwamis and the Miraculouses that the characters must abide by. The Kwamis, for example, must do what their wielders tell them, can't speak the name of their wielders to others, can't personally use their individual powers, or fall in love. However, some loopholes and stipulations can allow the Kwamis to bypass these rules if necessary. One example is that Kwamis can take back their Miraculouses, at least from wielders who permit them free will. Tiki and Plag take their Miraculouses at the same time, believing their wielders would be happier without the responsibility and the newfound freedom to fall in love. Afterward, they each choose new holders, allowing brand new heroes to protect Paris from akumatized villains. A similar storyline could occur in the sequel, with the Kwamis forced to witness their wielders growing older, trying to pursue a serious relationship with one another and dedicate time to their hobbies, only for their heroic double lives to hold them back. Tiki could find a new wielder to give Marinette and Adrien the freedom to be teenagers without responsibilities that are better suited for adults. She may also make this choice if Marinette's secret identity becomes compromised. It's one thing to have one person know the truth, especially when Adrien is also Cat Noir, but widespread knowledge could place Marinette in grave danger.
Okay, if that makes you feel safer.
What are you? And how do you know my name?
I'm a Kwami, and my name is Tiki. Now just let me explain.
The success of Ladybug and Cat Noir the movie has left fans eagerly anticipating more information about the sequel, especially about the direction of the story now that Hawk Moth is unlikely to be the primary villain. Introducing a new wielder of the Cat Miraculous raises questions about Marinette and Adrien's future as the franchise's primary heroes. While no Miraculous fan wants to explore the possibility of Marinette abandoning the Ladybug Miraculous, there is no guarantee that she will be a hero forever. The new twist foreshadowed by the promotional art adds a new layer of intrigue and mystery to what the sequel could become, but only time will tell the fate of Ladybug and Cat Noir.
I prepared a little something, but I'm not sure. I don't want to mess it up.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
I think you two should go together. 'Cause Adrien is coming with me, not with some baker girl.